I'll start with Tyson. Tyson, obviously generating offenses, you guys seem to be having a bit of a tough go with it. What's happening out there, you think, that is making it so tight and keeping you guys off the board?
Yeah, I mean, give them credit. They're playing a really tight game. They're not taking any chances, giving us any, odd man rushes. But we've had some looks, and we got to capitalize on them. We got to find a way to get one on that power play, and we got all the confidence in the world that we're going to be able to score goals. So we just got to stick with it.
Darnell, if you can, just a thought, and I know this is really fresh, but losing the first couple of games at home is not ideal. This is going to be a massive challenge. And where's your head right now, kind of on what's in front of you?
Oh, it's a challenge. It's playing the playoffs is never easy. There's lots of ways to have success, and sometimes that having the first two games go the other way, and then having that adversity in your face. I mean, we're in a place now we gotta just find ways to win games. So we can sit here and dwell and say the sky is falling, but I mean, let's be real. We have a team that is capable of show up in our next game in 2 nights and start to hopefully get some bounces our way and start to build off something. So I don't think anyone in our room is going to sit back and feel bad for ourselves or feel like we're so far out of this one. There's a lot of work to be done. It's not going to be easy whatsoever. They're playing a really good, strong team game, but it's a challenge that we got to be up to meet.
Daniel Nugent-Bowman, The Athletic.
I guess it's for Darnell. How did you feel your game as a team was tonight in comparison with Game 1?
I think we found ways to generate chances throughout the game from the first all the way till the end of the game. So, I feel like if our team can continue to do that and then keep the chances against low, I like I like our chances. I mean that's. All we can do is go out there and play and play the right way. And for the most part, I thought we did tonight. There's things that we need to continue to get better at this time of the year. But there's things that we could look back in our game and look at these 2 games and especially tonight and say, okay, we need to build off this and just take it to another level.
And for Tyson, how did you guys feel like you generated chances in comparison with Game 1? Did you feel like you had some more looks?
Yeah, I think we had some. I mean, we had some good looks. We had the one on the power play there where I don't know how he got his hands up there and stopped Connor, but I mean, we're trying to get lots of pucks through from the blue line and get some sticks on them and try to get some greasy ones. I mean, that's kind of how the playoffs is. That's kind of how the playoffs goes. You look around the league, a lot of the goals are scored or just through a screen and through a tip. And I thought we did an all right job of getting some pucks through, and we had a couple close ones down by the net.
Jim Matheson, Post Media.
This is for Tyson. Obviously, you had a 5-on-3 for 21 seconds in the third period. Is it too simplistic to say that's where you lost the hockey game? You didn't score there.
Yeah, I mean, it's 20 seconds, so I mean, if that's a full 2 minutes, you might be able to look at that. But Leon had a good chance. If he gets that up, that's a goal. It's a good save by Hellebuck. So I don't think you lose the game in 20 seconds.
Thank you.
Jason Gregor, TSN 1260.
Darnell, in the first period, the Jets kind of really took it to you guys a little bit, but then you rebounded and controlled it, had more shots than them in the second and the third. What did you guys change between the first and the second?
I don't think we changed much. We just kept playing. And that's I mean, it's kind of metaphor for the whole series. Like, you're gonna face adversity. You just gotta stick with your game. You just gotta keep playing. So, they had good pushes. We had good pushes, and it's a 1-goal game in OT. So it was hard fought.
And Tyson, you've been around a long time. You played in playoffs. We always hear how the game is called differently. They seem to let a lot go early on. Is that ever frustrating as a player, or do you just accept that there's a quasi different rule book and standard in the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, and it's no secret, the playoffs are called a little tighter, and they let a little more go. But certainly, I don't think that was the issue tonight. I thought it was a hard fought game by both teams, and you go into overtime 0-0. Obviously, we would love to get our power plays and get a lot more, but I think both teams are pretty aware of what they're doing, trying not to take penalties because both teams have good power plays.
Derek Van Diest, Post Media.
Hi, Darnell. This is for you. I know you guys dominated the season series, but you guys were expecting a close series here with the Jets, especially with the kind of playoff experience they have on their team. Do you just look at it as they're getting a couple breaks in the first two games, and you guys just didn't get the couple breaks in the first two games?
I mean, they're tight games, right? So you go look at both and probably say they could go either way. Yeah, it's been. I mean, we knew it was going to be a tight series coming into this. We knew it wasn't going to be easy at all, no matter what the regular season record was. So for us, I mean, you can't get frustrated too far from our game. We just got to continue to play. And like I said, we knew this was going to be a challenge. We were a little more behind it than you want to be at this point. But I mean, now you just have to continue to rise up and play your game. And I feel like if we do that, we have a lot of confidence in our team.
And Tyson, just want to ask you guys were playing in a quiet building here. Now you're going to a quiet building in Winnipeg. How much does home ice advantage mean in the series where there are no fans in the stands?
Yeah, probably not as important as other years when you have your building behind you. But that matchup's big, and we wanted to take advantage of that. But I think, if I'm not wrong, I think we have one of the best road records in the league. So we like playing on the road. It's not an issue, and we're looking to go in and play two big ones and claw our way back into this thing.
Terry Jones, Post Media. Go ahead, Terry. Terry, we'll come back to you. Mark Spector, Sportsnet.
Yeah, Tyson. You guys in the Jets played 6-4 games, 6-5, 4-3 all season long. And then you get here to the playoffs, and it is absolutely, completely different hockey. Can you put into words how, a sport can just be played so differently when you go from regular season to playoffs? What happens?
Yeah, I think obviously everybody's trying to play tight D, and especially with the success we had against these guys this year. I imagine that they're obviously focused on trying to stop our speed through the neutral zone, and they're credit to them, they're not giving up any odd man rushes or taking no chances, and that's a little different than I think the regular season. So we'll find a way to work through it, and it's going to be tough, but if we can play in their end and get some sustained pressure, I think we'll be able to break them down. So we just got to stick with it.
Thank you.
Terry Jones, go ahead, try again.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, gotcha.
Can you both take a turn at describing what the atmosphere was like in the dressing room when you left, and could you both speak to the game that Mike Smith gave you in goal?
The room when we left, where after the game?
Yep.
Yeah, obviously it's it's a quiet room, but you hate to lose one in OT, but we've got a good focus on what needs to be done, and we know it's not the end of the world. We got a lot of hockey left, and you see series all the time go the distance. So we're prepared for a long series, so we're not hanging our heads here. But I mean, Smitty was outstanding tonight. He made a bunch of big saves, and he's been great for us all year. These two games too. So we would have liked to grind one out there for him in overtime, but at the end of the day, you're not going to win with no goals, so we got to get him some support there.
Yeah, I think Tice described the room pretty good. I don't think you ever lose a game and come in. It's electric in there. So as far as Smitty, played a great game and gave us a chance and made some huge saves, especially early on in the game to keep us in it. And I mean, night in and night out, he shows up and plays a heck of a game. So we're fortunate to have him, and I know he's one of the hardest workers in our room. So it's not too much of a surprise.